Hello friends, welcome to the Careers in Consulting channel. So time management is extremely important at your workplace. So in this video, I will talk about all the practical reasons why you need to save your time at work and manage it really effectively. And this video will be really important for all the people who are working in corporate companies. So please do watch this video till the end, do like it and do subscribe to the channel. So let's start. So firstly, you need to realize that you need to value your time and you need to value the time of other people as well at your workplace. So ideally be known as a time saver at your workplace. So always adhere to the timelines. So let's say you have to deliver some deliverables and there is a timeline associated with every deliverable. So always stick to that timeline so that your boss, your colleagues, they will also like working with you. So when you deliver on a good timeline, the other people, they will also like to work with you. And similarly, when there is a call scheduled, always join the call on time. So if a call has been scheduled for 10 a.m. for example, join the call on 10 a.m. or even before 10 a.m. Don't let other people wait for you till 10 or 5 or don't let them wait for 5 or 10 minutes just so that you are joining late. Right? So always join your team calls on time. And by doing this, you will realize that people will respect you at your workplace as well. Right? So do make a note of this point. Now, one mistake which a lot of people do at their workplace is they do a lot of gossip. And you have to realize that when you start gossiping at your workplace with your colleagues, you can waste a lot of time. There is no limit to the time which you can waste when you start gossiping. So you may be gossiping for the last half an hour, 1 hour, or even more than that, and you won't even realize the time. Right? And a lot of cases, what happens is you may be gossiping about your boss. Maybe you had an issue with your boss and you are just gossiping about it for a lot of time with your colleagues. See that gossiping will not resolve your issue, it will not resolve your conflict. On the other hand, just have a quick discussion with your boss for maybe 5-10 minutes. Maybe that quick discussion is going to resolve your issue with your boss. So rather than gossiping about anything at work, try to look for a solution for that issue which you are facing or the issue about which you are gossiping with your colleagues. And also manage your cafeteria time at your workplace. So cafeteria is one place where a lot of time is being wasted by people. So if I give you one realistic example and taking the example of Rahul. So Rahul is an imaginary character. I take that name generally in my videos. So for example, Rahul is working in an MNC in a corporate company and Rahul goes for lunch to the cafeteria with one of his colleagues. And Rahul goes for lunch at a very good time. Let's say Rahul goes at 1 p.m. for lunch. And by 1:25 p.m., Rahul has completed his lunch and the colleague with whom he went for lunch, both of them, they have completed their lunch. Now Rahul was just about to get up from the cafeteria and another colleague came in for lunch. So you know how it works in corporate, not all the team members go at the same time. So people go at different times. So now when Rahul was about to get up from the cafeteria, one of his colleagues joined him at 1:25 p.m. So Rahul thought that, okay, I should give company to this colleague as well. So Rahul did not get up from the cafeteria and he gave company to this colleague. Now when again they were about to get up from the cafeteria, another colleague came in and at 1:45 p.m. and some colleague came in at 2 p.m. and some colleagues came in at 2:15 p.m. So at the end of the day, Rahul was seated in the cafeteria from 1 p.m. till 2:30 p.m. And then we know that in corporate, teams go for a walk as well after lunch. So maybe Rahul had gone from his cubicle at 1 p.m. to have lunch and he is returning to his cubicle by 3 p.m. So a lot of time was wasted here. So what you can do in this scenario or what Rahul can do in this scenario is once Rahul has completed his lunch by 1:20 or 1:25 p.m., Rahul can wait for 5 to 10 minutes for his colleagues to finish their lunch. After that, Rahul can get up from the cafeteria. Rahul can say very politely to his colleagues that, hey guys, I need to get back to work. I need to complete some deliverables. They are on a tight deadline. So please excuse me, I'll meet you at the cubicle. So this is how you need to be assertive, you need to be polite and tell your colleagues that you need to get back to work. And again, consistency is the key at your workplace. If you are consistently showing this kind of behavior, then you will be respected at your workplace, that people will know that, okay, Rahul is someone who does not like to waste his time. Rahul goes for lunch at 1 p.m. and then he gets up from the cafeteria at 1:30 or 1:35 p.m. So when you show this kind of consistent behavior, then people will respect you at your workplace as well. You have to realize this. And also, when you deliver on a good timeline, as we discussed in this video, your boss, your colleagues, they will respect you even more. And you may have seen this in your workplace, that people who always deliver on a good timeline, they are respected by the boss, by the colleagues, and everyone likes to work with that person, because that person will not delay their work, or they will not have to wait for this person to complete the tasks. They know that, okay, this person is going to complete the tasks at time, on time, right? And when you show this kind of behavior consistently, then this becomes one of your biggest strengths, right? So delivering on a timeline, saving time becomes one of your biggest strengths. And also when you do this, then you are also considered to be one of the best assets of the team, and you will be recognized as a star employee at your workplace. So there are a lot of benefits if you save your time at work and always deliver on a good timeline, always join the calls, the meetings on time, and you will be able to achieve more work as well. So what happens is, a lot of your colleagues, they may be working for 12 hours in the day. You will meet such colleagues. So maybe at your workplace, you are supposed to work for 8 hours or 9 hours. But some of your colleagues may be working for 12 hours in the day, right? And they may be wasting a lot of time, and the effective working hours may be 7 hours out of those 12 hours, and remaining 5 hours, they are just wasting somewhere, going to cafeteria, going for smoke sessions, or doing some gossips, or gossiping about boss, or talking about politics, religion. Lot of avenues are available for people to waste their time at workplace as well. On the other hand, if you are someone who likes to save your time, then you may be working for 8 hours out of the 9 hours allocated, right? So that person who was working for 12 hours but effective working hours were 7 hours, and you are only working for 9 hours, which are your allocated work hours. But out of those 9 hours, your effective work timing is 8 hours. You are doing something effective for 8 hours in the day. So you will be able to achieve lot more work than your colleagues. And also when you are working in one flow, you are not going here and there and wasting time, you will be able to deliver more quality work as well. Your quality will start improving automatically. Once you will start being dedicated about saving your time, your quality will automatically improve as well. So make a note of this point as well. And naturally, this will reflect in your performance appraisals as well, because you are someone who is delivering on a good timeline, your quality is good, you are doing more work as well, you are able to achieve lot of work during the day. So naturally, this will reflect in your performance appraisals also. And as I mentioned, you will be considered as one of the star employees at your workplace. And naturally, star employees are the ones who get the best appraisals. So saving your time at your workplace is really, really necessary. So manage your time very, very well. And also you have to realize that if you are saving your time at your workplace, you will have the time for personal activities as well. So maybe you are someone who likes to go to the gym in the evening after work hours. You will be able to regularly go to the gym only if you are able to save your time at work and you are able to finish your work by the allocated hours. So let's say your work hours were 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So only if you are able to regularly finish your work by 6 p.m., only then you will be able to go to the gym. Otherwise, you will see people who are sitting in the office from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then of course they can't go to gym late in the night, or people, they are returning from the office to the home at 5 or 6 p.m. But since they wasted some time at their workplace, they have to continue working from home as well in the evening. So in that case, you will not have any time for your personal activities. So if you want to do something, some personal activity also along with your work, it is very important that you are utilizing your time very well, you are managing it very well. So I hope with this video you would have understood a lot of tips and strategies how you can save your time at work, and what are the benefits of saving your time, what are the benefits of managing your time effectively. So I hope you liked the content in this video. Do like it and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one.